Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing a full face of Colourpop, so I'm super excited, and we're going to be using the Baby Got Peach palette in this video today. So in case you are not already subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell right down below so you'll be notified of all my future uploads. So let's just jump right in and get started. So the first thing we're going to use is the Colourpop All-Star Matte and Blur Primer. So looks like that. Can't really see it. It's such light. It's like a white writing and this super light pink thing. So this is a primer that we're going to use. So I'm going to use about that much on my face. And just dot it on and then just kind of rub it in to the face. And this stuff smells so good. It smells like oranges and I love the smell of oranges. They're so refreshing. It's just so nice. So, and this kind of gets a little bit of a tacky feel to it as you're going, so it's not bad. Next up, I'm going to use the No Filter foundation. So this is the liquid form, and I'm shade Light 75 in this. So this is really nice. It has this little twisty so that it won't pump if it's twisted the certain way. But the pumps are like smaller size pumps than most, so I use about 3 to 4 pumps of this on my face. And then I'm just going to use a makeup sponge to blend this all out. Blend, blend, blend. And this stuff is so nice. It gives the face such a nice complexion, and I really, really like it. I definitely recommend this. I think the only place you can get it is on Colourpop's website, which is a lot of Colourpop products. You can only really get them on their website. Just keep blending, blending, blending. Next up, we're going to use the Colourpop No Filter Concealer. This is the shade Light 18 right here under the eyes just to brighten them right up. And I'm also going to bring it down my nose, my forehead, my cupid's bow, and my chin, just to even out. So essentially making a T of the face. And I'm just gonna blend that out with the sponge. Blendy, 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 blendy. Next up, we're going to take that No Filter Concealer in shade Dark 40, and we're going to cream contour with this. So I essentially just do right here on the forehead and a tiny, tiny, tiny bit on the nose. So I'm just going to bring this in, do a little bit right here, a little bit on the other side, the forehead. My goodness, my hair is all up in the way today. It's like massive. And then the tiniest bit on the nose. I'm just gonna take a compact so I can see, and I'm gonna take a brush. It's like a large shader brush for the eye, and just run it along the nose just to blend this out really good on the nose. And then I'm gonna take the other side of the sponge that I didn't do under my eyes, so this side, and just blend out that cream contour. And this stuff blends so easily. It's so nice. And I kind of use like the whole side of it just so it blends really good. Just keep blend it. Next up, we're going to use the Colourpop No Filter Setting Powder in this shade Translucent. So this is their largest shade amount of setting powder. So it's very small. This is the Laura Mercier like travel size setting powder. And the Laura Mercier is actually more ounces than the Colourpop. But the Colourpop's way cheaper. So even for this, it's cheaper than the travel size of the Laura Mercier. So it does work out in the end. I'm just going to use a little bit of this. There's some in here, so I'm just going to take my brush that I use for under the eyes and grab a whole bunch. And I kind of put it into the cap. Like tap off on the cap, so there's a whole bunch in the cap. I'm just going to take this, bring it under my eyes. This powder is really nice. It's super finely milled, which is really nice. And it's typically the kinds that I like are the super finely milled ones. And I love translucent ones because then I can use it all over my face. I'm just going to bring this down. And I'm going in like super gentle with this. So I'm going to go in with a big fluffy brush and just wipe away all that excess powder that's on the face. And then just take whatever I have left in the cap and just run it along the rest of my face just to set all of that in place. Next up, we are going to use the Baby Got Peach palette. So we're just gonna go into this. First, we're going to go into the Darling shade right here. Actually, let's zoom you in a little bit so you can really see going on the eyes. So I'm gonna use the Darling shade. Here, it's on a large, fluffy brush. I'm just gonna start building it up on the crease. I love Colourpop eyeshadows. They are so nice and so great for how affordable they are. They just have so much payoff. Like these 9-pan palettes, I think are $12. So it's super affordable for eyeshadow, and they just have the best color payoff of any like cheap eyeshadows. I would say them, and they're like #1, and then I would say Morphe's like #2 for the more affordable brands that have the best eyeshadows. And I'm super excited because Ulta recently brought in more Colourpop things. They used to have like this tiny little end cap, and now they have like a whole section. So it's super exciting to see all that. I wish they would bring their foundations in to Ulta. They have the concealers now, but they don't have the foundations. This foundation color is pretty good for me, but once I stop getting my tan going like I've had for the summer, it's gonna be a little too dark. So I would like to test it out more in person than having to just see online. I did pretty good with this. I actually got it a little before I was tan, so I had to wait a little bit for it to be the perfect color match, but it's no biggie. Okay. Now we're gonna go in to Centerfold. So this is like a true peachy shade, and just keep building up that crease. And this is just a little smaller of the fluffy brush. So I don't have any Colourpop brushes, so these are all pretty much Morphe brushes. And Morphe brushes are very similar with their different lines. It's just their handles usually are a little different. So you can usually find a good amount of brushes that will work from Morphe for your whole eye. They even sell like eye sets and stuff, which I really like. My favorite are the Jaclyn Hill ones, just because I like brushes that have white bristles more so than brushes that have darker bristles. For when I'm cleaning it, you can see a lot better if your brush is actually really clean, because sometimes I'll run water through a brush and it looks like it's clean from the water, but you look at it and it's not clean. So that's why I like white bristled brushes better. Just easier to see. And I'm kind of bringing this in a little bit more than I would normal colors, just because I love this peachy color. Next up, we're gonna go into Ochre down here with an even smaller fluffy brush and just keep deepening up that crease. I'm trying to use as many of these colors as I can to test out, but I know I'm not gonna be able to use all of them. But as many as I can is what I'm gonna try to do. So, bring this in. Just keep blending, blending, blending. On the other eye, just blend that all in. I'm gonna go back in with that first brush we used and just blend all on top, just to make sure all of those colors are really good and blended. And then I'm gonna go in with like this tiny little fluffy brush into Half Baked right here and just do that on the outer V of the eye. Just pop that on the outer V. So none of these shades are like super dark. Like this is the darkest shade in the palette, so I'm not sure how these would work on darker skin tones. They might work pretty good, but I am not sure. Definitely my skin tone and lighter they will work on. So just take that into consideration. If they do work on you and your darker skin tone, let me know so that I could tell people that are darker skin tone that yes, this palette will work on you and it's amazing. I'm gonna go back in with the brush we used for the ochre and just blend that in so you don't have any harsh lines on the corner. My dog is being a whiny baby because the little dog is underneath the bed and he can't fit and he's like, oh my god. And then I'm gonna go in with a flat top brush. This looks like, oh my goodness, it focuses like that, and go into Half Baked. We're gonna just run this along the lower lash line. And take the brush we used for ochre. You don't need to add anything on it, just run it along to smudge out that color. It doesn't look like it's all harsh. We're gonna go in with my favorite part, which is the shimmery parts. So I'm gonna take the setting spray. So this is just their face setting spray. They only have one primer and one setting spray right now, so super easy. I'm just gonna spritz my brush and we're gonna go in with Get Even, which is this shade right here, all over the lid. And then I think I'm gonna take that Hungry Ghost shade and just like kind of dab it on just to have a little bit of shimmer, but not too much. Holy cow, this is so pretty. Oh my god, it's like an orangey peachy shade, but if you can see, it is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Let's take this up a little bit. Just bring it about 3/4 of the way, and then you kind of like feather it in. But look at that shade. That is so pretty. Oh my goodness. I love it. Let's do the same thing on the other eye. These shades are so pigmented and so pretty. So there is a warning on the back of the palettes. I will tell you that it says for certain ones not intended for use around the eyes. But I will tell you that is just an FDA thing that they have to have on there so that they don't get sued. But it's more because pressed pigments, so like this one in the center, pressed pigment, it can stain your eyes, certain ones, and then the glitter one is, it could get in your eyes. So it's really up to you what you want to do, but you don't have to not use them. So this is the same brush we used for the ochre shade, and I'm just going along the top just to make sure it's all looking pretty. And then I'm going to go in with my finger on the Hungry Ghost shade, and it's like a pressed glitter. See, you can just get, and I'm just going to tap a little bit onto the eye. And you will get some fallout with this. But I just want to have like a tiny bit of glitter. Not too much. See, just like that. And then I'm going to go in with just a clean, fluffy brush to wipe away that excess. And I'm going to go back in with that flat brush and just pack it over the top of the glitter, and it will just make it set really nice. And you might get some glitter in your eyelashes and stuff. That's no big deal, but that's why they say it. You can also use a glitter glue if you want. So like I have the NYX glitter primer. Well, it's glitter primer, but it's essentially a glitter glue for your eyes, and it works really good. So use something like that if you want. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bit on the other eye, just have a little bit of glitter. But yes, that's why they put that warning on the back, is it can just get in your eyes. And they just want to protect themselves. Because if they put the warning and you decide to do it anyway, that's on you, not on them as a company. So next I'm going to take a like tiny little detail brush, and I'm going to go into Ready or Yacht, and I'm going to put that in the inner corner of the eye. And the shade is really pretty. I'm also going to put this beneath the brow bone. Look at that pigment coming off. It is so pretty. I really like this palette. Finally, for the eyes, we are going to use one of their cream gel liners, and this is the shade Honeydew. It's like a nude shade, but I really like their eyeliners. They're like some of the best eyeliners for the waterline. We'll just put this right on in. These just have so much pigment to them. And I love nude and white shades for that waterline because they just make the eye pop so well. So if you've seen any of my videos before, you know I don't do mascara till after I do setting spray because these lashes are so long to begin with. They just get everywhere if I close them right after to do setting spray. So next up we are going to go in with bronzer. One of my favorites. I love all makeup, but there's certain products that most people like more than others. So I'm going to go in with bronzer. So these bronzers you get as a single thing, so it just comes with the circle, and you buy the outside part for travel. So they just come with like, it says bronzer, and so then I labeled it what kind. So this is Spectacle Bronzer. So I'm gonna just take a brush. So it kind of just is a bronzer. It's more of a matte bronzer than a shimmer bronzer. It's just gonna go in with this. Just gonna bronze up the face. This is such a nice color, and it just works with my skin tone. But they have a bunch of different color bronzers, so just go and get the ones you want. Or when they have the sale on the build your own palette, you can get this for super affordable. Just put bronzer all over the face. And kind of do like a 3, like where it is. So all in right here and here, and then up here, just to really bronze up the skin. So I realized you're really close, so I'm gonna zoom you out a tiny bit just so you can see more of the face. So next up, we are going to use one of the Super Shock Cheek blushes. I love these blushes. If you saw my Sweet Talk video trying out that palette, you saw this blush. I love it. It's like this perfect corally blush, but I really like it. So just use this angle brush, but it is so pretty. And the Super Shock blushes are so cool because they're like a creamy consistency, but they like dry down as like a powdery consistency. It's so weird, but I really like them. And then for highlight, I also did where it's like a single highlight, I guess, that you get. So I accidentally got one of the bronzer ones for it, so I had to relabel it highlight. But this is the Like to Watch, and it's like this beautiful gold. Here, I'll swatch it just so you can really see, like, that's, there you go, that's the color. And then like look at that highlight, it is so pretty. We're just gonna use this because it's gorgeous. I love goldeny highlights or rose gold highlights. Anything that has like a gold shade-ish to it works for me. Just run it along. Look at that highlight, it is so pretty. You can see how shimmery it is. Oh, I love highlighter. I don't wear it every day for work because it's a little too much for work, but when I'm not working, I love it. Just run it down the nose. Oh, the cupid's though. Next up, we are going to use that same setting spray that we used for spritzing the brush. We're going to use that to spray all over the face. I'll just grab it and spray all over the face. Ooh. It does come out. It has, I can't put my finger on its scent, but now we are going to use an ultra matte lip. So this is shade Gingham. It's so pretty and it works so good with the eyes. Open up our little palette. Just put this on. I think I've tried one shade of their lippies, but I haven't tried very many. Ooh, the shade is pretty. I can never really talk when I'm doing this, or else I'll get it everywhere. But I really like how the tip of this is, because you can kind of like do your, you don't have to have not eyeliner, lip liner. I can talk today, I swear. That shade is so pretty, and it just dries down really fast. So finally, we will use the volumizing mascara in this shade Black. They have like so many different shades of mascara. They have like greens and yellows and weird shades that I just want to wear personally. So I was going to like some weird festival. But yeah, so we'll just put this on and see how it works. I have never tried their mascara before. But I do like the shape of the wand. Usually this is the shape I like the best. Looks like it's working pretty good. Looks like it's more giving more volume than length to my lashes. But that's okay. I already have pretty long lashes, so volume is fine. So that definitely did curl it up and gave it some more volume. So I am okay with this mascara. Is it my number one mascara? No, but it is a nice mascara. So this is the completed look that we get using all Colourpop products and featuring the Baby Got Peach palette, which I am in love with. I love this palette. I will use it a ton because it is definitely my colors. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel and check out my Instagram. It's m.hartman5, and I will see you soon in the next ones. Bye!